What is up, guys? If you can't already tell, we're going to be counting down my top 5 favorite Dark Souls 2 weapons thus far. Now, these are all based on a dex build, and, it's not all based on stats. It's going to be based on, like, movement sets, stats, of course, and just things like that. I don't know. And looks, my own personal preference. So, let's get into it with number 5. For number 5, we have my favorite weapon from Dark Souls 1, the Black Knight Great Axe. Now, the only reason this was in here, not only does it look sweet, but it was my favorite weapon in Dark Souls 1, and it pretty much, just because it's in Dark Souls 2, is the reason I chose it. I don't know. I love this weapon. I love it, but I don't even use it in Dark Souls 2. Stats are kind of weird. The movement set's changed a little bit. As you can see, that's the R1, and here's an R2 attack coming up. And so it's just a lot of memories. I like having it in my inventory. Just reminded me of all the fun times in Dark Souls 2 Dark Souls 1 with invasions and stuff. There are the stats. 226 base damage. This is unupgraded with 80 fire, 110 counter. It's alright, but the requirements kind of ruin it. I don't know, for me at least. With the faith and intelligence requirements and a high strength requirement too. So that has been the Black Knight Great Axe. Commentary overlapping a little bit over the number 4 spot. Anyway, my next favorite weapon in the game is the Hunter's Black Bow, and it is a bow, not really a melee weapon, but I never said melee weapon, so I got you. Anyway, we're going to be taking a look at the Hunter's Black Bow, and this is a weapon I used a ton, because there are just spots like Shrine of Amana where I'm getting sniped by magic, and I just need something to take these guys out from afar, because I can't run all through that all the water. Anyway, there it is. Really, really plain, really simple, but that's not where it shines. It shines with the stats. Let's take a look at them. We got, oh man, I unequipped it there. Trying to find it. There we go. Okay, come on. Jesus. 155 base damage, and it scales an S with dexterity with a 25 requirement. That's not bad at all for my dex build. 9 strength, pretty easy. Just throw on some good arrows, and you got a ton of damage. I average like 380 damage with magic arrows, and this also really shines. It takes a low amount of stamina to use, as you can see there, and it shoots pretty fast. Let's take a look compared to like a Dragon Rider bow. Check out the stamina uses on that. I can only get 2 shots before it depletes my stamina. Yeah, so that's the reason I really like that one. Helped me a ton in the main storyline. But let's move on to the number 3 slot. Here we go, number 3. Are you guys ready? I'm ready. We got the Drakewing Ultra Greatsword. Check that out. Looks pretty sweet. It's like a silvery blue. Got the twin hooks on the end. It's like 2 blades molded into one. The hilt is like double dragons, like some twin dragons there. Pretty sweet looking. Got a nice hilt guard. But it is a greatsword, and one thing I didn't like about it, and you'll see that shortly, is the really slow swing speed. It does do a good amount of damage. Staggers pretty well. Does good stamina damage. But it is really slow, as you can see. I do get a good amount of swings in it, though. There's the rolling R1. I like that, where you kind of pop up and do a spin. But where it really shines is this R2, and you're seeing that now on the screen. It shoots out like a magic beam, and you do get this by trading a Guardian Dragon Soul, by the way. Pretty sweet. Let's take a look at the stats. This is fully upgraded to +5. One thing I didn't really like is it does take Petrified Dragon Bones. Kind of hard to come by, but 340 base damage with a B scaling in Dex and a D in Strength. Low requirements too. That's what makes it really nice, is low requirements, and it doesn't actually weigh too much. But that has been that. Let's go on to number 2. For our number 2 spot, we got something that I've actually just started using, and really, really liking it. It's been in my invasion video. If you've seen it before, you know what it is. It's the Grand Lance. Now this weapon, I didn't expect to be so good, but it has such a long reach, and it like when you imbue it with pine resin, it's so good. It does like 500 damage to people with low armor, and of course that long reach is magnificent. Anyway, it looks awesome. What is there to say about it? Kind of dull in the color, but nice like snake coil, like metalwork. I don't know what to call that. I'm not a blacksmith. Where's Andre Vestora when you need him? Anyway, there's the attacks there. It does have this one attack that I wasn't able to get it to do, where it like sweeps in like an axe motion, but I couldn't do it. There's the R2. It's like a charging R2, and you can get a stun lock really easy. Anyway, I like this weapon a ton, but the stats are where it really is good. Let's take a look at them. It is fully upgraded. It does 340 damage, C scaling and dex, C scaling and strength, not too great, but look at that counter, 160. So when I pair that with I think it's the Leo ring, that I'm seeing like 1400s plus on the counterattacks, which is absolutely insane. And PvP weapon to the max right there. I haven't used it a bit in storyline, but yeah, PvP weapon all the way. In the age of ancients, the world was informed, shrouded by fog, a land of gray crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. And from that soul, we forged the best weapon, in my opinion, or at least I should say my favorite weapon. We haven't really seen all the weapons. Anyway, without further ado, we have the Curved Dragon Greatsword. Now this weapon, possibly the best weapon I've used so far. Looks pretty sweet. Got the wings on the bottom. Curved greatsword. What can I say? It's like a giant scimitar. Not very long for a greatsword, but really fast swing speed. And we'll see that here just in a second after I'm done showing it off. Look at that. For a greatsword that does tons of damage, look at that swing speed. Absolutely insane. Check out this. Oh, you saw that roll attack. That's pretty cool too. Check out this R2. It shoots out 3 beams. You'll see it better. Three beams here. And when that hits an enemy, or like another player, it knocks them on the ground immediately. Absolutely crazy, and that's hard to dodge. And let's take a look at the stats. Check this out. An S scaling and dexterity. I have it fully maxed out, and it does 400 damage with an S scaling and dexterity and a B in strength. Kind of has strength requirement, but I absolutely love this weapon. Use it a ton in the actual gameplay, not so much in PvP, but the actual storyline, and it does wonders. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with a clip of me PvPing, and I just kind of want to talk about some stuff. Anyway, here you have me fighting this guy, and I just wanted to say I apologize if the commentary seems a little bit rushed. I don't know, I'm kind of tired. I just got back into a new term at my college, and a busy day with a bunch of lectures, and I really wanted to get a video out, and right now it's 4 in the morning, and I'm just trying to edit this video together and commentate over it. I hope you guys don't mind too much, but yeah, that's kind of my story behind this a little bit rushed video, and I do apologize about that. Just getting all my stuff together for college is, pretty big deal, but I did want to put out a video. Anyway, good fight with this guy. Ended up getting a really cool parry right here, and this is why I love this weapon so much. Check this out. 1464, almost 1500 damage. That's pretty sweet. But thanks, guys. That has been it for me. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, tell me what your favorite weapon is. I'd love to hear it. But yeah, thanks, guys.